Welcome to We Don't Color on the Dog. It's SEC women's soccer this week. We had the first games on Sunday. Tuesday, they take to the field again. We've got with us Ray Palmer, CEO and president of Pensacola Sports. Ray, thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Rick. Always a pleasure.
It's an exciting day. It's amazing. We've watched this happen year after year. There's always an upset, and we had an upset yesterday. Talk a little bit about yesterday's games.
We did, and it's an exciting week for Pensacola and our county and our surrounding area. Well, yesterday, um, we kind of had an interesting scenario because last Sunday we didn't know who was going to be on. We had Auburn, Florida, Texas A&M, all battling to see who was going to make those. They had two spots and three teams really battling for it, and we ended up with obviously really good for our community, Florida and Auburn. Nothing against Texas A&M, they've showed before, and they've have brought their fan bases, but Auburn and Florida are big in our community. So we had a bunch yesterday. Had Alabama actually upset a really good South Carolina team. And then we had kind of what was predicted. Kentucky, although Florida had been really playing well, they weren't able to hold off the Wildcats. Then we had Mississippi State, which, has been we really like the Mississippi State team. They come regularly. Their social media for our community is just outstanding. And then we had LSU and Auburn in a great barn burner of a game late or last night. And LSU was just got up ahead of them. Got up early 2-0. Auburn tried to battle back, and they were down 3-1. Not much time left. Scored one, 3-2, and just put an absolute blitz on in the final couple of minutes. Had a great shot on goal in the last 30 seconds. The goaltender made a diving stab to just knock it just wide of the net, and LSU was then able to run out the clock. But oh my gosh, what a set of games we had!
I tell you, and I watched it on SEC Network yesterday. I watched a little bit of the Mississippi State game, and Pensacola comes off so well in the television broadcast. They showed, the end of Palafox. They showed the beach. It was the field looks great. That huge TV that they put at one end is it's big time. It is it really, you could just tell everyone was having fun. But Pensacola and Visit Pensacola should be very happy with the broadcast.
I think we're very happy. They do a great job leading up to the tournament games when they show their weekly women's games. The SEC Network does, and broadcasting it. You're right. Michael Rhodes and his staff at the Escambia County Parks and Recreation Department have taken so much pride in making that field as beautiful as they possibly can, and it does show really well on TV. Although I was at the fields all day yesterday and didn't really get a chance to see it, but I've been, in some offices away and where they're watching it, and it looks good. And I've had my friends around the country call me, "Where are you? I'm looking for you." We're trying to see whether. A good friend in Tennessee called several times. He said, "My daughters want to know, Dad, are you going to bring me down?" And so anyway, it looks great.
It does, and you could see the buses in town over the weekend with the teams going from place to place and at the restaurants. And of course, they enjoy this time of year because they get to enjoy Foo Fest and all that's going on downtown. So, and they came in a little bit early, so it was good to see that. Tell us about the games on Tuesday, because you've got the thing I love about the NCAA in these tournaments is with one ticket, you get two games. So and it works the same way in basketball. So if you want to do a midday and you can sneak away, say you're going to Office Depot and just stay away for 4 hours.
That's right.
Make it part of your lunch. There's some really great games, and then it starts up again. That starts at 11:30, and then at 4:30 it starts the next two sets of games, and it really is. You can make a day of it.
You absolutely can, and the session process works very well. We start off tomorrow, of course, with Vanderbilt and Alabama. And again, Alabama's coming off a bit of an upset. They're hot. They have a great fan base, as we all know. Alabama has as many fans as any college in the region in our community. So I anticipate that, for 11:30 a.m. to have a nice crowd. And then you got Georgia and Kentucky, and Georgia's playing their first game. They won it 2 years ago, and they didn't win it last year, but they're ready to come back and try again. They're taking on a Kentucky team that's going to play well. So I anticipate a nice crowd tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon you got Mississippi State playing Arkansas. Arkansas is the number one team, obviously highly ranked in the country. Very, very skilled, good soccer team. But Mississippi State probably knows that field as well as anybody because they have come multiple times. They actually helped drive an off-season additional event to play on that field, and they love this area. Like I said, their social media is excellent. And then we close with Tennessee LSU, and that's going to be a barn burner. LSU's fans, they show well, and they will show up well tomorrow. Tennessee will be coming in as a number 4 seed. So 4 against 5, and LSU looked really good last night. They have a girl that number 20. I wish I could remember her name. I had it. These girls, that ability, their athleticism, Rick, as you know, you had daughters that were good athletes, and you have a great appreciation for it. But till you really go out there and watch it, these girls are absolutely spectacular.
Their control of the ball and how they can move it and pass it and how they use the field. Just the part that I watched the Mississippi State game, they have some stellar players that just played so well. Now, on buying tickets, do you need to go ahead and buy your tickets online? Is that the way to do it and show, or can you pay at the gate there?
Absolutely. You can buy a session pass right there at the gate.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can buy it online and it'll be on your phone, but we absolutely have the capacity to take a card or take cash on site. And so, we're excited about tomorrow. It's going to be a really good day. And the weather is
great.
Soccer perfect.
It is. And then, then we'll get together again probably Wednesday or Thursday before the next round. And it just every 2 days, it gets a little bit better, the competition as they start to weed down to the final 4 and then the final 2. It's an exciting thing to be a part of. If for our viewers, if you're not able to go, you can watch it on the SEC network. They're covering this and the broadcast is really well done. The camera work is good. You get a feel for being there. But Ray, what a great boon for us to be able to attract it. I know you worked hard to get the SEC here, and I just cannot wait. It started really well, and I'm sure it's going to keep going great.
Well, I hope we get a chance to see you out there, and thanks again, as always, for all your support. We're great partners with the Sun Belt Conference, and they're hosting their soccer event over in Foley now today as we speak, and the SEC and Sun Belt work together. But the SEC it's king, and we know that. And they say it just means more, and many of these teams will make it into the NCAA tournament. But an SEC championship means something to these kids, and you can see it. It means something to their fans.
Well, great. Ray, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Rick. Have a great day.
All right, take care.
Thanks for watching, and to keep up with what's going on, be sure and subscribe. Just click on the little dog to the right and click the subscribe button. You can also like this video and click on the bell, which will notify you of new content. This really helps the channel grow. We appreciate you.